Nolans, a city where arrival feels like stepping off a plane and more like stepping into a story already in progress. The new airport hums with a kind of restless energy. Arrivals, departures, lives in motion. We grabbed our bags, but then the soundtrack of the city grabbed me. Charles Powell, in one-man orchestra, tap dancing, singing, blowing into a saxophone like his lungs were stitched from brass. Triple threat performers like him took me back to high school days at Hamilton Music Academy, where juggling talents was as ordinary as tying our shoes, and just as essential. We step outside. Bourbon Street, sticky pavement, neon sugars, and too many decisions. We stop at Tropical Isle, surrendering to the city's infamous hand grenade. Sweet neon, dangerous. Then to Lafitte's, where we were handed a purple concoction with a reputation of legend. The next morning, the swamp called, and there was Mr. Kermit saying hello, along with the dragonfly cheering us good luck. In folklore, they're good omens, symbols of change. I chose to believe it. The ride was slow, meditative. The air itself felt like the South, thick with stories, stretched with history. The houses along the water looked like film sets, fragile but timeless.
He's done very well in our environment. The problem is it's a burrowing animal. He burrows in red feet. During Katrina, this area took about 32 feet of water through here. And unlike New Orleans, where the levee broke and their below sea level, it flooded for a month. It was in and out in a day. So for days before the storm got here, it pushed so much water into the bucket train. Once it passed and the wind shifted, it tried to push all that water out. And it was more of a big tidal wave. But everything you see here was literally underwater. Mr. Bill, the guy in this house behind me, he rode it out in his shrimp boat above his house. I had neighbors that stayed. They said after the storm, they came out, started looking at damage. They were just trying to stand up. We're about 3 feet of water. Most of you will be okay. If you do go drifting down river, I'll throw her.
Then nature revealed itself. A gator sunbathing, perfectly still, reminding me that even cold-blooded creatures know the value of warmth. We drifted toward an old rust-red bridge, abandoned, eaten by time.
Purple martins live under the bridge, and they show up the first week of spring every year. And they're our friends because they eat flying insects. Purple martins. Are they a bird? Yeah, they're a bird. You ever see a birdhouse that looks like a little condo? Like multiple birdhouses? That's a martin house. They tend to come back and nest wherever they were born every day.
And here were these mischief raccoons, 3 of them, paddling out from the brush like a tiny gang. We offered corn and protein mix, and they ate like kings. I wondered, if you see 3 raccoons together, is it called a banditry or just a bad idea? Either way, they were better dinner guests than most. Meanwhile, an egret was eyeing us. And more alligators, gliding with confidence that left no doubt. This was their water. We were merely visitors, and that is one knowing we have food. The next day belonged to football, a 49er takeover at a local bar. It was packed wall to wall, too much, even for me. We slipped back to the French Quarter, and the city gave us something better. A street singer pouring her heart into the day, and her song, the very first song I dedicated to my boyfriend. At last. And that's me in the background, her accidental hype girl, giving back the energy she gave me. The following day, art, JAMNOLA, Joy Art Music New Orleans, love. A name that sounds like a chant, and in a way, it is. The space reminded me of Meow Wolf, immersive, dreamlike, but here the magic was in the details. Recycled materials salvaged from the city's veins, sewage, streets, forgotten corners, just transformed into installations that reminded me one person's trash is another person's canvas. Yeah. Look at this bathtub. Do you want me to take a photo of you behind this bathtub? And here was our guide, guiding us through stories as though unveiling galleries at the Royal Academy, the House of the Rising Sun. little legs. Gloves. Here's a room turned upside down, defying gravity and expectation. Hey, babe. And an absinthe chamber, glowing green like liquid hallucination. Ah, the pearl room where my boyfriend and I scribbled our wishes and dropped them into the oyster sink. Small prayers swallowed by art. Twisting of the knobs in sound rooms. A costume room alive with the spirit of Mardi Gras. Masks and feathers, echoing Native American traditions that pulse at the root of celebration. Then it surprised me there were these giant mugs of Nolan's legends. I picked out Louis Armstrong, Lil Wayne, and the rest, well, that's what museums are for. Learning about new things and new people. And that's me being curious about every little corner. And one final installation that I really liked, a steam-powered wall of music, where the brush of my hand became a song. An orchestra conducted by touch. And before leaving, I made a wish at the fountain, not just for myself, but for the city, for its resilience, for its wild beauty, for its stubborn joy.